this one. All right, good evening, everyone. First, oh, sorry, I should have did this at the beginning of my MC speech, but I forgot. First, thanks to the grace and mercy of God, virtues of our holy teachers, compassion of our senior master, and kind encouragements from our master. Most of all, thanks to everyone for joining English class, giving me the opportunity to learn. Today, I'm just going to share a short story I found quite meaningful. It's called The Traveler Who Loved Honey. The story was found in a Buddhist sutra. Okay, so once upon a time, a traveler was walking in an open field, and then a crazy elephant came running towards him. He knew immediately that he was in great danger and could depend on no one but himself. And then he noticed an old path going into the woods behind him. So he turned and ran like the wind down the path to escape the crazy elephant. He ran so fearfully and so quickly, he did not notice the overgrown path soon ended in an old, dried up well. And since the well had already dried up and no one came for water anymore, tall grasses were growing and tangled vines has grown up around and hidden from view. So fearing for his life, the traveler ran full force, tilted into the hidden well. He would have fallen right down to the bottom of the well, but luckily he managed to grab onto one of the vines hanging down onto it. So as he hung there, he looked down to the bottom of the well and saw 3 poisonous dragons and 4 poisonous snakes lurking in the darkness, staring up at him. And because he was holding on to one of the vines, he didn't fall. Otherwise, he would have certainly fell and become poisoned and eaten by the venomous dragons and snakes at the bottom of the pit. So since he was in the well, he knew that the crazy elephant could not get him. But just as he was sighing in relief, he saw 2 mice, one black, one white, biting on the vine he was hanging from. And in fact, they had already chewed 2/3 of the vine. So if they had just chewed a little bit more, the vine would no longer hold his weight and he would fall and die. And at that critical moment, the traveler looked up and saw a bee hovering just above his head. Then 5 drops of honey fell from the bee directly into his open mouth. The honey tasted so sweet, and when the traveler savored its sweet taste, he loved it so much that he forgot about the mad elephant above him and the hissing snakes below. And then he let go of the vine and fell dead. So, see, even in this life and death situation in the story, the traveler was enticed by just a few drops of honey. He forgot that he was in danger. He let go of the vine, and then it was all over for him. I'll go to the first page of the PowerPoint, please. Thank you. I think there's another one. Go back. No?
That's the second one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the 4. Oh, you want the
Anyway.
next one?
Oh, yeah, sorry. It was supposed to be that one first.
Yeah.
Okay. So the 5 drops of honey represent the 5 desires of wealth. 5 desires, which is wealth, lust, fame, and food, and sleep. And because we crave these 5 desires, we forget about our life sufferings, and then sometimes we fail to see the importance of that life. So without which we would fall into the victim of the 3 poisonous dragons. We'll go back to the other page. And so the 3 dragons represent the 3 poisons of greed. which is greed, anger, and ignorance. And the 4 venomous snakes represent the 4 elements that compose our physical bodies, which is earth, water, fire, and wind. And the traveler walking in the open field portrays our fearful situation, like when as we endlessly wander through the 3 realms. The rampaging elephant is a personification of life's impermanence, and the dried up well is similar to the boundless suffering of arising out of reincarnation. The tangled vines and overgrown weeds covering the wall represents our mind's endless thoughts. The black and white mice represent night and day. Time passes just as the mice chew away at the vine and then see until it breaks, we die. The situation the traveler is in corresponds to our everyday life. And the honey represents such things as like love, friendship, family, and fame. So as humans, we are generally we're naturally tempted by sweet moments and we forget about the sufferings that we face. We are clearly aware of the benefits of Tao. We know that it can lead to enlightenment, and we know the world is full of hindrances and suffering. But with a little taste of sweetness, we sometimes forget about cultivating the Tao path. So it is important for us to gain some wisdom and just realize the sweetness of such things is not really sweet at all sometimes. It's just an illusion and it can poison our bodies. When we taste a little honey, even in life or death situations, we often forget that we are suffering. We have to be wise and question if this little taste of honey is truly sweet and helpful or if it is just temporary. That brings me to the end of my speech. If anything I've said is incomplete or incorrect, I kindly ask for God's forgiveness and Master's guidance. Thank you, everyone, for listening.